I did update the stream. Alright, so let's get Nine Souls going here. I do apologize for minor spoiler up front. I have the 900 Pinecones edition opening screen. You know, if it is too loud or too quiet, let me know. So, Nine Souls. I have been muttering about this game, in fact, a lot. And I enjoy it deeply. But, I will have to give a front-loaded warning about this game. It is by Red Candle. You will immediately understand what that means. Nines. When we get to that, but Red Candle is a Taiwanese horror studio that made a couple small games. I don't remember what they're like. They did like a 2 or 3 like small, like tiny projects. I don't remember what they were, but the ones that they've like had full releases for were Detention and Devotion. Both are largely framed in Taiwanese mythology, and Devotion in particular is extremely based on the fact that Taiwan has a large cult culture, in no small part to the way China has kind of quashed them. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff about that, and also because they had somebody left like a placeholder asset in the files. Like, it's not even in the game, it's in the files of like making fun of Xi Jinping. So they had the game got nuked off of Steam for that. So cool stuff. But yeah, the Red Candle does good stuff, but they are a horror company first. They do horror games. But this is a combat platformer inspired by Sekiro. And when they say inspired by Sekiro, they definitely mean it in a very tangible, like, understand that game very deeply kind of way, and not just like, oh, we based our game off of like Chrono Trigger and it's like superficially like Chrono Trigger or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, no, they 100% stuck the landing. They got sick of waiting for Silksong and they made their own. Sounds about right. We'll be doing standard. I have too much brain poison to not do standard. So yeah, this game is going to be very graphic, very dark. And that is going to be something that we're about to see very quickly. So keep that in mind. Also, welcome to game about a lot of cats doing kung fu and sword magic. Yeah, they're not holding back here a bit. Anyway, the protagonist is already dead. Can you believe it? Game over. Oh. Nice chunk of his head's regenerated. Hey, I knew you were here. I could smell your cooking from all the way out there. Snacking on grilled fish again, are you? You excited for dinner tonight? The auntie next door taught me how to make garlic noodles yesterday. I won't mess up this time. Able to be seasoned normally. Don't worry, I won't let you down. You come running me just to talk about dinner. Oh, right, the flower. There's fish. I do plan on doing all 900 pine cones. I'm probably not going to do the regular ending, but I will do the pine cone ending. Dead person's note. You can do both in the same playthrough. It's mostly just a decision you make at the end. I found the exit. Well, I mean, you have to have the option to make the pine cone edition ending, though, but, you know. Alright, I found the exit, but there's no way to go back now. Messy note. Seems like the last words of the deceased before they passed away. Looks dead to me. Think of what? 2 minutes? Yeah, the game gets you going pretty quick, so. Although this section is a little long, but that's fine. It sets things up pretty well. One day, the noble swordsman... Shanshan's story scroll. One day, the noble swordsman passed by a stone. Suddenly, someone jumped out from the stone. It turned out to be a great hero. The handwriting's quite neat for something written by a child. In the bottom left corner, there's a note saying this is the 63rd episode. One very busy child. Thought there'd be some in the Forbidden Cave, but I haven't seen a single one. Where are you, Crimson Hibiscus? Crimson Hibiscus? Is that the flower you've been fussing about? Yeah, the flower they use for the ceremony. According to the shaman, the bigger the flower. There's one right up there. Oh, you're right, but I'm not sure I can even climb up that high. Oh, hog. Hey, hold on. How did a boar get all the way up there? Oh, the hog has the flower now. Snatch the flower away. Well, it probably needs it more than I do. It's about to get dark, so let's head back to the village. I'll go look somewhere else next time. I'll get the flower. It's fine, you really don't have to. You're really gonna go get it? Okay, well, I'll wait here for you. Be careful not to get hurt. Do I have access to all my buttons yet? Yes, I do. Okay, cool. It is going to throw me off not having the air dash. Alright, I can't do anything about that. Is there anything fun down here? There are a couple of little quality of life features that are going to throw me off not having. We got a weird lake here. Yeah, there's our hog. Cute. And yes, like everything you kill explodes into vigorous chunks in this game. Those flowers that appear around the Peach Blossom Village are used by the villagers as a decoration during the ceremony. Legend has it this harvest will be bountiful if the ceremony is successful. While that hasn't been proven, everyone still gets more food after the ceremony. Gave those worms necklaces. That might be an answer to that question. Here's your flower. Hope you didn't get hurt. That boar was huge. It didn't even attack me. Almost felt bad about that. Don't push yourself too hard. It's only a year ago when you still needed my help to walk, remember? Here. Wow, you really got it back for me. It's even prettier up close. Given time, even the prettiest flowers wilt. That's okay. At least we're here to see it, even if it won't be for long. I don't really see the meaning behind all this. You still went out of your way to help me retrieve it. Thanks, E. We should head back. We'll be in trouble if they find us here. Our protagonist is named Yi. I would also like to disclaimer up front that I will probably be butchering names, and I apologize in advance. I know some basic pronunciation, so give it a shot, but I make no promises. I apologize in advance. If we apologize for every instance of this, we will not be finishing this stream in a timely manner. Wow, this festival market's so lively. Look, every household has dried meat, and someone's even brewing wine. We've had bountiful harvests for 2 years in a row since you arrived. That's pretty much become the village's official... You've pretty much become the village's official good luck charm. They're just coincidences. Hey, don't say that. When you helped the elders with the rat infestation, we were all talking about how fortunate we are to have you around. The cat boy cleaning up rats. Also, praise be to the souls for blessing the Peach Blossom Village and ensuring that we are all fed and clothed. There's nothing else I need to do. I'm going back to dry the fish. Stay for a bit. You should take a chance to check out the stalls and mingle with everyone. Leave the fish to me. Catch you later. What a nice child. Sunrise grace comes sunset sigh. Every day a cherished sky. Sean's been buzzing with energy as of late. In the old days, when our ancestors lived in the harsh wilderness, they had to endure the bitter cold and onslaught of savage predators. Unable to bear watching us humans suffer, the 10 merciful souls descended from the heavens. And at first, we were ignorant and raised our swords towards the souls. Those fools were met with divine wrath, and their bones were ground to dust. Those who were pious and reverent followed the souls to the land outside the 99 heavens. Paradise where everyone could prosper. The all-knowing and all-powerful souls bestowed their wisdom upon us, teaching us about the truth of all things. When the peaches ripen for the harvest, the soul will select several of us for great privilege. Those fortunate enough to be chosen will live the rest of their lives among the divine souls. Be good children and listen and follow and believe, and you may also be chosen one day. And souls, I humbly ask for what you heed my request. Big fancy cat statue. What the hell are you looking at? Beat it. on any part of this dumb festival. I didn't say anything. Trust me, that look in your eyes told me plenty. Ah, curse this damn ceremony. One day, I'll show everyone what's really... Never mind. You wouldn't get it. You sure about that? Nonsense is making my wine go sour. I thought it was one of the lucky few chosen. Got like a snake wiggling around in their hand.
No silence.
Did you see anything interesting? I cleaned up that crimson hibiscus you got me earlier. I'd sew it into my clothes later. It's not a rule, but those who are chosen usually wear a flower, and it makes you look cooler when standing up there. Is this something to be happy about? Of course, I'll be seeing my mom and dad soon. I wonder if they'll notice that I've grown taller. Let's head inside. I'm hungry. Yeah, I'll be leaving in a few days, and I make sure to eat properly when you're on your own. Remember, the rice is stored in the bin, and the fruit on the table should be eaten before it dries out. Stop worrying.
Ayo.
Well, don't forget, okay? Probably won't be able to send letters back to you once I'm living with the Sauls, you know? Sad to think I won't have anyone to bicker with anymore. Aren't you scared? Going somewhere I've never been before. Of course I'm a bit scared. If you're scared, then don't go. I have to. Being chosen by the Sauls is a blessing. Besides, I've always had this feeling that one day I'd have to part ways with you, Yi. Nothing's predetermined. You make your own destiny. Don't get caught up in superstition. You might be right, but parting isn't necessarily a bad thing. I ran to the Forbidden Cave for the first time when Mom and Dad left, and that's where I met you. Who would have thought that playing a flute would make someone pop out of that stone? If you say so. Since I'm leaving soon, can you grant me one request before the ceremony? Just checking a thing. What is it? That story you were telling me about the man fighting the flood. Ends. Did he make it home? He didn't die, did he? Okay. Art in this is so good. Where to leave off? You journeyed over mountains and rivers. Peach Blossom Village, the night of the ceremony. Incoming signal. Lord Yi, greetings from your humble servant. I was afraid you would lose track of time, so I called to remind you. If you skip out tonight, you will have to wait another 2 years for the next harvest. I know. What's the security at the 8-man facility? The system indicates that they are currently on low alert status. There's only a handful of guards on patrol. Please excuse my concern, but if the alarms are triggered, the situation may become untenable. By the way, do you have your Mystic Nymph on you? I have it with me, but it won't fly. Only parts of it in working order. It's been too long since I recharged it. That is a pity. If I had enough power, you could use the Mystic Nymph Scout mode for reconnaissance. Your body's just made a full recovery, after all. So it might be best not to throw caution to the wind. It wouldn't be too hard to leave a trail of bloodshed. Certainly, your humble servant has never doubted your martial prowess, Lord Yi. Proceed as you wish, and may fortune favor you. Hey, freak. Finally showing your true colors, eh? I can See everything you were doing. I was just talking to myself. Think you can fool me with that stupid hat. Take me for those morons over there. When a man talks to himself, he's not talking to those who are watching. Watching? I don't think I haven't noticed. I've seen those bizarre statues glow in the middle of the night. Whenever I cover them up with cloth, a mysterious wind blows them away. The truth from the very beginning, the statues are possessed by demons. Demons don't exist. They're merely the delusions of fools. Demons are afoot, and that's that. The kind that eat people, too. Place isn't a paradise. There are no gods, and I sure as hell do not know who came up with all that mumbo-jumbo anyway. Admit it, you probably know a thing or two about all of this. Fine. Keep your secrets. I'll prove I'm right in front of everyone's faces one day. Like, the soundtrack is just so good. Chosen to go live with the gods. Peach trees have blossomed beautifully this year. The gods are blessing our peach blossom village. Oh, there's Sean. When the Peach Blossom Village hereby receives your decree. In accordance with the Soul's orders, we humbly pay respects to the Flying Throne. A very particular machine. Nothing ominous happening, I'm sure. Thank you for taking care of me these past 2 years, Yi. Time for me to go. It's RB to attach talisman. There you explode. Oh God, spare us from your wrath. What's happening, E? I must go now. Take care of yourself. What are you saying? Then who are you? Wait, I don't understand. What was that? Why are you... Wait, where are you going, E? Bye. Some decapitated corpses. I guess that answers what the machine was doing. Alright, do my space drugs. I forgot I can just do talismans because I only have one version anyway, so it doesn't matter. Things to be mindful of. Well, we have some basic skills. Triple slash, parry. The big thing that we want immediately is Shadow Strike, I think, as our sooner than later acquisition. Yeah, it's fine. Those two didn't matter. Yeah, a little sloppy. Weird meat cube. Crimson hibiscus soaked in the villagers' blood. Pavement are harvested at regular intervals in the livestock area. Their bodies are then dismembered and sorted. Flowers and clothes are usually mixed with the rest of the useless parts and disposed of. Alright, activate that. I am so used to air dash. How cool. Enter the machine and oops, no limbs. So, you probably noticed the two big sound effects that happen when we parry. Oops. Right, dodge. Yep, alright. That one, and then there's that, like, gong effect on that. The kind of line effect with the noise is, that is a partial parry, which does internal damage. Internal damage is red health bar, that's your temp HP. You cannot die from an internal injury. Which is an important statement to keep in mind. But a perfect parry you will take no damage for. This will be on the test soon-ish. Also, I forgot that I have just do that. So you can dash through lasers, and sometimes enemies can walk into them like idiots. Welcome to Hacking Minigame. This is one of the few hacking minigames that are kind of fun. Because there's not much to it. Go. Ape-Man surveillance footage. Guide to raising ape men. Ape men are capable of abstract thinking, even prior to undergoing transmutation. Individuals that reject group living often exhibit violent behavior. Caution is advised when dealing with. The ape men originate from the Pale Blue Planet, which was first discovered in Deep Space Observation Report from the Hauschen Sphere. They were one of the extremely few highly intelligent life forms in the celestial sphere. He's not trying dying from an injury. Yeah, internal injuries will in fact kill you in real life. Avoid the warranty, yeah. Unusual activity detected in the livestock area. Perimeter breached by living organism detected. Let's turn the alarm off, please. We're in trouble, my lord. Your destruction of the harvester earlier triggered a system-wide alert. To make matters worse, the Nine Sols could now be awakened even earlier. Doesn't matter. My actions, doesn't matter. My actions were bound to draw attention sooner or later. I've prepared for the worst. Supposing that is true, why then did you intervene so early? That wasn't part of the plan. Was it for the ape-man, child? Don't question my judgment. Just do your job. Of course, please forgive my apprehension. It is just that all of our calculations have been thrown into disarray. In any case, please reach the predetermined safe zone as swiftly as possible. Exercise caution above all else. Here's the image of Shanshan missing. The thing worth noting in this game is that every zone on the map has one root node in it. And they're usually in the most convenient place that they can be. Not from an entry standpoint, but from a future standpoint. Get the arrow on my plate. Yep. These things suck. They are the worst. I'm out of practice. You gotta do that before the Batman hits you. I'm used to Expedition 33 at the moment, where he's in fact best to do it like right as the Batman is hitting you, not before. These things suck. They're probably my least favorite enemy. So thanks. I don't mind them later when you get access to something that lets you deal with them in a prompt manner. But for the moment, they just kind of suck. Sekiro can grapple map. Yep, there is one little grapple move, although you basically never really use it for much. Combat arena. So you lose both your current XP and your all your cash when you die. A la FromSoft game. Let's say Sekiro. But unlike Sekiro, you can actually get your stuff back in this one. And also because almost none of the areas are that big or that off-centered from the nearest route node. As long as you don't die outside of this zone, it's not a big deal. Go. All my stuff back, and that gave me a level up. I don't believe there's anything down there. I think it's bad for your bank balance. I mean, this is true in all instances. Also, yeah, the hacking isn't that unforgiving. Quick and easy to do, and also, if you fail, it doesn't automatically boot you, it just cuts your time down. Actually, alright, yeah, that's fine. So my brave warrior soul. Like Shadow Strike first. Shadow Strike is extremely useful. Can't do anything about this one. Go. There we go. And that's why we take Shadow Strike. It's a awful lost statement. Combat hacking is a real trick. Yeah, it does complicate things once you get into hacking, or into combat hacking, but otherwise. That will refill your files. Yeah, right. I got my rhythm down a little bit. Stasis Jade. Catching a talisman will temporarily immobilize that enemy. Time immobilized will vary depending on the enemy. Yeah, that's first mini boss down. Also, cool tree with eyeballs. Council digital signage. The Tiandao Council recruitment slogan. First step into the eternal. As the Tianhu catastrophe spread, a formerly secretive organization known as the Tiandao Council emerged into the open. They recruited technical personnel for the Eternal Cauldron project, with motivation slogans that invited the general public to ascend with New Kunlun, a new path to survival. This brought a glimmer of hope to Penglai, which had already been plunged into a doomsday panic. Doomsday, you say? My lord, I sense that you've made it safely to the council district. My worries were indeed unwarranted. Wusang seems to be flourishing more than ever. A big, weird root structure. Also a good use of 3D. Quite spectacular, isn't it? Caretaker of all Solarians has never stopped growing since your departure. What impact will this have? Rest assured, all impacts rest within the acceptable range of possibilities. That being said, this only further demonstrates the perfection of the mechanism you designed. The roots are very accustomed to their current environment. None of that matters anymore, as long as it doesn't get in the way. We need to reach the council code at the root pinnacle, so that we can rebuild order and punish those criminals. Give my impudence, but access to the council code requires possession of all Sol seals. You need to snatch them from the other 9 Sols, who certainly will not give them up without a fight. If they've got a problem with that, then I'll just shut them up for good. As you are probably aware, my calculations predict that that will be a treacherous road to go down. But regardless, time is of the essence. Please make your way to the predetermined safe zone. We do not, in fact, have the sufficient number of card keys to get in here. Kunlun Launch Memorial. The Tiandao Legacy New Kunlun Launch Memorial. Constructed Year 1 Foundation Era. The Tiandao Council undertook the legacy of the legendary Fangxi Leer and initiated the Eternal Cauldron project upon Kunlun Island, the place where he began his journey. New Kunlun would bid farewell to Penglai and lead Solarians towards a new era. Okay, can I do anything over here? I need to get through here first. Okay. Weird broken robot. Speaking of 3D, activation failed. Mystic Nymph decryption required. Need the Mystic Nymph, huh? Let's go juice the nymph. Mystic Nymph, Scout Mode. Obtained a fully charged Mystic Nymph. Press left trigger and activate Scout Mode. The Azure Flyer Mystic Nymph can perform reconnaissance and hack into remote terminals and unlock new paths. It is the ideal choice for exploring unknown environments. It was once limited to projection functions due to a lack of power, but has returned to full functionality. This is the only upgrade it gets.
奏营关卡，
Welcome back, Lord Yi. I have been waiting here for a long time. Did you lock the Mystic Nymph's secret chamber? Ah, yes. That was the only thing I could do at the time. Members of the council are deeply suspicious of you. All of your belongings were destroyed after the incident. I was supposed to be wiped out, but fortunately I was deemed useful, and my systems were throttled down, but that was all that happened to me. I didn't think they'd also go after you. His servant has suffered only a fraction of what his master must have had to endure. It's important that you are still alive. Now, what's important is what I am about to do. Time is not on our side. We need to act fast.
乌卡，
As you wish, but first, I need to make the safe zone a bit safer. Activating anti-detection firewall, path for interference. Okay. Now the lights are on.
前来，
On. The alarm systems of the Four Seasons Pavilion have been turned off, and its coordinates have been obfuscated. As long as the interference signal persists, your pursuers will not be able to find this place. From now on, you can use the pavilion's facilities as you please. You are tired, you can rest here safely and enjoy the virtual scenery. Proper rest is also an essential part of the plan, after all. No need. I don't have that kind of time to spare. Understood. Next, we need to deal with the Jade system in your body. It seems to be in a critical state. The repair process will involve severe pain. Please bear with it.
Oh,
Repair completed. Remain as very calm as always during the repair. You may now modify your Jade system at any root node. Anything else to report?
老 K，
As I mentioned earlier, in order to gain control of the new Kunlun, you must possess the seals belonging to each 9 cells. Cells are currently spread out and each responsible for monitoring and maintaining operations in their respective zones of New Kunlun. Can you pinpoint their locations? Please forgive my incompetence. I'm afraid I do not have permission to access that data. The only thing that we can be certain of is due to your presence, the 9 cells will awaken one after the other. You must therefore reduce the risk by invading each of their zones in the shortest time possible. I know. There's little I can do for you once you leave this facility, but I will do everything I can to assist you remotely. Be careful. May fortune be in your favor. Jade System. Jade System has been repaired and can now be figured at any root node. The system was developed by the ancient Fengshi Guild to assist in combat. Inserting different jades unlocks extraordinary abilities for the user. It should be noted that an extensive jade system requires a great deal of computing power. Fuck. My lord, it's been several centuries since you last departed. A regular life form would have had to endure countless winters and span multiple generations. I've been wanting to ask you this ever since I came back. Where's your sentiment setting at right now? My sentiment setting is currently locked at 90%. Who was it that adjusted your original settings? I have been ordered to not divulge that information, but your incident seems to have greatly affected them. Alright. They came over often to chat with me after you were gone. Even activated my built-in therapist module. Whoever this was. I keep hoping to properly dash. Ah, found you.
Bison!
Oh, it's Shanshan. What are you doing here? Phew, I finally caught up with you. Shanshan? No way I would miss out on a hero's quest. Not fooling around. How did you get here? Anong brought me here. He found a hole underneath the altar and wanted to check it out. I asked him to bring me with him. Anong, you mean that paranoid Shenong? Yeah, on our way, we ran into a bunch of monsters in heavy armor. All swinging swords around, it was terrifying. It's this huge glowing golden beetle, too. Anong accidentally touched it and immediately jumped in pain. Also saw those terrible machines. You shouldn't be here. Like, you can talk. You ran away without explaining anything. What should you do at the ceremony? Where are we? Is this your old home? Where's Shenong? You need to go straight back to the village with him. I don't want to go back. You were the one who said I can make my own destiny, and all I want is to stay with you. I'll do anything. I'll even do all the cooking and cleaning. Let me stay. You can stay here as long as you promise not to step outside. We'll discuss this again after I'm done with my business. Trying to trick me again? Better not run away on your own. Don't worry, just stay put. I've got nowhere else to return to anyway. Okay, well, be careful out there. I'll stay here and wait for you. Ape escape indeed. I don't have anything to give Shan Shan. I've never seen such smooth stones in my life. How are they made? These lights, they glow without fire. It's incredible. It takes some time for you to understand our Solarian world. Solarian? Is that what you call yourselves? Is there a world outside the village you never told me about? Any of this? So sneaky of you, Yi. I'm here now, so you may as well tell me everything, right? You'll get more confused the more you know. Oh, I won't. You know I'm not that dumb. Yeah, I'll teach you nice and slowly when I get a chance. Yeah, pinky promise? Pinky promise. Means you can't lie. Anything else? Oh. Alright. Alright, so we can make things. We can get the pipe vial, or we can get some jades. Not that worried about that one, so still don't have enough for a pipe vial. I've been playing a little too well to get everything I need. Alright. Some kind of dimension inside the roots. I remember his statue outside. Familiar looking fellow. It is you. We meet again, fellow disciple. I don't know you. You look familiar, though. We're? Possible. Our fates have been joined long before either of us have realized. Where am I? A limitless realm, where forces of heaven and earth intersect with space-time and consciousness. Not sure I understand what you're saying. One asks while another answers, but neither can really know. Isn't it marvelous? Did you create the space? Ours truly does not possess that ability. We've studied Fusang for eons. Yet, when faced with the multitude of obscure arts, my knowledge is still left wanting. You also not know how to leave? That's hardly difficult. Realize what is natural and simply act on your thoughts. However, I do ask for a moment of your time. Yeah, you've lent me a hand many years ago. So I must not bring an end to our cycle of Tao. Said that I don't know you. This horn allows its user to resonate with the Fusang, enabling travel between central and outer nodes. It will take me back to the Four Seasons Pavilion. I never thought the nodes had this sort of function. It actually works. It'll save me a lot of time. What is no use to ordinary people, you, however, are different. Please accept it. Alright. It may teleport. So, it's not a full teleport, it's only a teleport to the last place that you were. When Yi was brought into the limitless realm, a mysterious sage presented him with a gift. Presented this as a gift to him. When blown, it resonates with the primordial roots Fusang. And then I'll also use Jades. Anyway, if you've played Hollow Knight, welcome to Badges. It's the same system. Identical in every way, except the fact that you can buy slots at some point. Still no points. Alright. I don't think there's much I can do there. I'll talk to Shanshan about. Right, it's probably for the better that I didn't burn all my cash. Alright. Prepare. 100 bucks to repair the Shenhai. Robot assistant, get me data on this region. So, Glorian, loading. Is it broken? It's been drawn on too. That's suspicious. This thing? No, Are you supposed to be here? Identify yourself or I will disassemble you. Easy. I, Shenhai 9000. Not suspicious. Shenhai 9000 won't hurt you. Help, service, help, guide. Solarian Shenhai 9000. Cooperate. Give me map data. Give you benefit. Benefits? Like what? Shenhai 9000. Collect each zone. Map data. Chip. Shenhai 9000. Analyze. Map. Know you. Help. Hack. Read resources. Information. You win. I win. We win. You can analyze map data chips from each zone. Only covers resources. Is that correct? Correct. Shenhai 9000. One for each zone. 1. Shenhai 9000. 1 map data chip. Thank you. Cooperation. Certainly quick to thank me. You're acting way too weirdly. I've never seen a robot assistant proactively make a request of someone. If you really can provide data on these resources, I'll consider working with you. Thank you. Good deeds, good rewards. Alright, nothing weird about Shenhai 9000. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna buy and get off my plate. I'm going to pretend to be better at video games than I am. I will worry about health a little bit. I want the Ricochet Jade. I can't use it yet, but because I think stasis is just way more practical, but we'll get a compute unit soon-ish. Alright, so for the moment, I think we have to go down and around. I hope you haven't gone far, but there is something I was unsure as to whether I should share. Speak freely. In truth, I owe my existence to the decision of a certain Sol. So it was through his decision that I wasn't destroyed. Who? Sol in charge of the power reservoir. Lord Kuafu. Damn bastard. He did you a solid. I said you hold a grudge against him, but in my humble opinion, it might be worthwhile to engage with him. After all, Lord Kuafu's unique talents are undeniable. Even if he declines to cooperate, he could still be of value to you. Fair enough, I'll consider it. Power reservoir is located at the base of the central core. Take the transporter elevator down and you should be able to find it. Alright. Let's go see that first Sol. Alright, I can't do the thing up there because I don't have the ability. This opens up the main elevator. Alright, so this is progress. I forget if there was like a room I can go to as it is. Not yet. I can go through there soon, but not now. Okay. Just kind of pushing on until we get the ability, and then I can kind of backtrack a little bit to get some cash. Those things. Alright, come on. I'm not like you. Just... No. Oh. So stasis module, the stasis jade makes it so when you talisman an enemy, it stays frozen. Depends on enemy and whatnot. There are in fact factors on this, but for the most part. It's an elevator, so a fight has to happen. I mean, it is a pretty big elevator, yeah. Door is not open there. Should be getting it. Should be getting what I'm looking for once we get to the root node. Okay. He just kind of stopped doing things for a moment there. I will take every bit of cash I can get. Well, so many like basic abilities I'm not used to not having anymore. I'm extremely having the Castlevania problem. Funny enough, the one thing I'm not missing is double jump. Root node system error message. Warning, the root node is experiencing abnormal energy discharge. Danger. Only maintenance personnel allowed. Root nodes were one of the key functionalities that the Fengshi Guild unlocked and laid the foundation for advancing rhizomatic technology. Today, the flow and transmission of rhizomatic energy can only be controlled through these root nodes. However, the mechanisms behind the primordial roots are still shrouded in mystery, even for modern Solarians. Well, it seems to be doing a bit of a funny. No Mikiri counter yet. That's actually just what we're getting now. The ability to dodge spear. What am I doing? I'm not trying to dance. Yep, we now bounce off of little nodes. Active green cheese. Green key is aura. So red means you can't block it. But you can counter anything that's green. Alright. Thus we have learned the Tai Chi kick. Alright, so press parry in mid-air to bounce off of New Kunlun's green energy orbs. You can access the higher areas. If a green glow is present on an enemy, you can do an attack. Does internal damage. Enemies suffer from internal damage, but it also kind of does the opposite of how internal damage works for Yi, which is weird, inconsistent, but hey, whatever. Video games have to happen. Go up here. Sweet Bounce. Sweet Bounce was very good against Butterfly Lady, but she can't really handle attacks into jump attacks. Yeah. Oh, right. Whoops. Wrong button. You... There we go. Alright, I just need to remember this fight slightly better than I did previously. So I did not realize that there was... I completely, like... just, like... had empty brain sloughing outside of my head, apparently. Did not notice the hacking section down there. So I missed out on this whole bit until, like... much later in the game, and I just, like, tore this boss in half. So, hello. Boss fight we just fought. Things are a lot spicier now. We do have the air dash. Got it. Didn't even die. Alright, cool. First try. Advanced component. That is worth a lot of cash. It's also worth something a bit more than cash. We'll see that in just a moment. Galaxy Dock. Attention, no entry while warping. The Galaxy Dock is a space dock built by Council of New Kunlun. It can accommodate up to 10 Yunbao class ships. These ships can be piloted by to nearby planets. Due to the limited range, they cannot handle interstellar travel. This room will be on the test. The door is locked on the side. Let's do our invests. Tai Chi kick now. I almost never used skull kick. I used it like twice. I tend to be kind of bad about like remembering slightly inconvenient to utilize abilities. It is better than Tai Chi kick, and you can use it more comfortably in certain situations, but I found it slightly inconsistent to activate, so I just ended up relying on Tai Chi kick. Anyway, I would in fact like bullet flex, and I would like quick runner. I'll worry about key boost, or yeah, key boost later. Right, I bought that and then remembered I don't actually need it, because I get bullet deflect anyway. That's just bullet deflect when you don't have perfect. Anyway, yeah, so the funny plant. We can read up about the funny plant. That's in my inventory now. A Tao fruit. When a Solarian dies after succumbing to the Tianhu, their body will produce a gorgeous flower. It is unclear why this happens during the process. The experiences of the deceased's life are converted into something like a fruit, filling it with the energy of life. It gives a small amount of skill points upon absorption. Slightly increases slash damage and talisman damage. So yeah, these are permanent buffs to our damage. We are eating the thing that kills people. Alright. Perfect plan. But they also give us a skill point. Which is cannibalism plant. Yeah, it's fine. It just grew out of the corpse of someone I know. It's fine. Or don't know. I think this elevator takes you to here. Yeah, here it is. So yeah, there's a thing we can do here. You are so lucky I don't have the thing to deal with you right now. I do have the thing to deal with you though. Alright, we can Omikiri the robots. Alright, more delicious cash. This lead out to the... No, it doesn't. I don't think this leads to where I need to be going, which is fine. No, I'm just... yeah. Nice and simple. Will this actually be progress? Pretty sure that you're supposed to keep going down. So. Ugh, that is the worst place for that thing. generally rule of thumb is you need one key point to get into you need one key point to apply a talisman, and then you spend the rest like activating it. Okay. Feels good to have dash though. That's a good wraparound. Go. Second one. So basically those guys are always worth dealing with because they give you prizes. Sometimes jades, sometimes just cash. But either way. I don't think any of them give you any of the other handful of prizes. Hey, another fruit. Gladly take more damage. Yeah, I think I ended up not coming here until slightly after I beat the next area, because I don't remember getting it beforehand. Yeah, I had the tutorial for this already. Puzzle. Yeah, I definitely remember coming into this area wrong, because I did not solve that until after. Until well after getting in the root node. This is my picture for the current age. Oh, the face verification thing working with Gmod. Yeah, I remember seeing that. I think Sup posted an article about it, actually. Yeah. Oh, I didn't let that lower all the way. Let that go below the thing. There we go. I didn't realize you could count it though, I never really tried. Oh. Learning new things every day. Oh yeah, that's one of those things I just never bothered to try. Medicinal citrine. Alright. Standard component. Funny that. Yeah, you can parry grenades as well. Orange tinted ore. Some people mix it with wine, believing it would then strengthen their body. However, taking it in large quantities is harmful. Maybe we're collecting poisons. Anyway. I'm sure that'll have no particular value. I mean, who'd want to be collecting poisons? That. Still don't have more computational stuff, so that. Also, one thing I will say about this game that I appreciate a good bit is that, for the most part, you can complete most of the areas you get into, particularly in the back half, with just all of the abilities you have on hand. I think you need the dash to get over there. After the exploding robot 9S, it's not hard. Yeah. Yeah, I saw another Ultra Kill type game upcoming in early access on Steam. Yeah, I think you need the dash to get in there. Alright, I don't remember if that takes me to where I need to go or no. I do kind of want to go explore the other direction. I said moments before missing a time counter being thrown into a hole. Yeah, I distinctly... Yep, that happens. Burying Jade. Speaking of not getting pushed into holes, a thing that can happen in this game, reduces knockback from any enemy attacks when increasing stability when enduring heavy hits. Alright, I'm gonna take the train here. See where that... It might wrap around to the back end. Yeah, okay, that's going to the reservoir. Which is not exactly where I want to go. Alright, this is the back end of the reservoir. Back end of the reservoir. Alright, let's... Pavilion real quick. I want to check that spot I didn't finish. As long as I don't use a node, it's fine. Nothing for you. I don't have anything for Shanghai at the moment. Soon though, but not at the moment. Cycle, alright, so... Light file. What should I need for the next one? 2000? I have 1000. got about 1,700 on me, which is not enough to sit on them, just for now. Yeah, there is a fight or two with that. It definitely comes in handy. Can't really go over there yet. Me down there. I need to get through. Wait, actually, that bottom section might be cut off. That leads into a research center. Also, I can access this. Do so. These things. They're not at all terrifying meat monstrosity monsters. I need to get in the habit of doing that. Okay. Finishing enemies off with the talisman is extremely handy. Not too much longer into the future for us. Oop, can't deal with that yet. I do not have the cool and funny move for that. And tenets of the Council: legacy, equality, justice, loyalty, discipline, innovation, selflessness, benevolence, knowledge, insight. The Tiandao Council was founded by a group of scientists and former nobles who were opposed to Taoism. In its early days, faced suppression and operated in secrecy, but over time it developed a centralized structure. 10 wise individuals known as the 10 Souls were chosen annually as leaders, guiding the organization with each of their respective tenets. Can't get in here yet. A lady with like butterfly hair or something. Anyway, the Cortex sensor. Yeah, those 10 Souls. For some reason the game's called 9 Souls, I don't know why. Alright, I can just open that with the new. Oh, I still end up having to do the wraparound here. Technically, I can do this. Will also technically take me where I want to go. I'll have to miss the train. Alright. Believe the symbols above the 10 things are relevant. Yeah. They'll be familiar shapes. Not for the moment. Got up there, done. The door's locked. Wrong button. I don't want to use the root node yet. Any sealed off rooms. We're gonna go this way. No, I think this is... Yeah, this is how we got in here in the first place. You had to wrap down through there and then head up to the node. Nope. Because that's 3 cash. Opens that up. Nope. The elevator. There's gonna be another robot over here. There it is. Oh, an artifact. Cool prizes. Cool prizes we can't use. But there's some cash. The 4 treasures of study. A Solarian artifact can be gifted to Shanshan. An ancient writing tool. Calligraphy was transformed into a traditional art. With emphasis being on placed on each erudite, scholarly atmosphere created by each purposeful brushstroke. We have found the gift Shanshan. Alright, that will take us down to the reservoir. Take us down to Reservoir East. Mostly just confirming more than I am getting settled here. Yeah, Reservoir East. Well, I have the pathway open for it, so it's pretty easy to come back through there if I want. Just start from here while we're here. So they do teleport away if you aren't fast enough. I've only ever had that happen once. Pauper Jade. Pauper Jade is our friend. Bopper Jade is loot vacuum. Money is relevant until it isn't. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Ugh, this is such a hassle. It's the central control room for the power reservoir. Please listen carefully. I don't know how you woke up from hibernation or how you managed to get here. However, this is a restricted zone, as according to law, all trespassers will be removed. If you are lost, I urge you to leave as soon as possible. I've already summoned the Dust Guardians to handle the situation. It's me. Just say you were. You heard what I said. Disarm the security system already. And listen to me. I don't know what kind of hilarious prankster you think you are, but did you really think you'd fool me with that crude disguise? Leave now. Ugh, what a nuisance. Yeah, I do want the Pauper Jade. Though. There we go. Missed the bear dog thing for that. There's only one. I've got the prizes first. Alright. Cash. Oops. Yeah, you still gotta chew through internal damage like normal. It's just that the advantage to internal damage is that if you have a talisman explode, that will also set off all of the internal damage. Meaning you don't have to actively attack an enemy sometimes to be able to just kill them. Alright. Here you go. Here. This is a calligraphy brush. Stop writing with a crude charcoal. Wow, you're right with this? How do I hold it? You hold it, you're holding it backwards. Remember, the order of your strokes is very important. The tip is so soft. My words look all crooked. Practice more. It's not easy at first. As a first-timer, you're already more talented than I ever was. Who taught you to write? Was it your mom, dad, or your teacher? Now, we had a big tree in our yard, under which was my first classroom. Back then, I had a clingy classmate. Who was your classmate? Pay attention. Another mistake. Calligraphy demands focus. You mustn't be distracted. I know. Thank you for the pen, Yi. I just had some new ideas and I want to write them down quickly so I don't forget. Are you done with your story yet? I'm already at chapter 102. Hero dug out the divine sword from the fields and is now going to the sea to duel with the fish princess. Okay, that sounds like a good opportunity to practice. Don't forget to keep your back straight and your eyes should be a healthy distance away from the paper.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, he just continues. He's writing, like, the greatest wuxia novel ever. I am in fact gonna juice 2 of these. I, for the time being, want to make sure that I have 400 on hand. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, that was... I just shuffled myself slightly and, like, all of the parts of my leg just, like, popped. The Epic of Gilgameshon. Actually, speaking of the interrupted Lancer session yesterday, it was my return of Gilgamesh. And the only thing I had time to do before my microphone decided to die completely was Zior zapped him with blind. Zior shot a pair of hornets and then blinded Gilgamesh. I am kind of hoping, despite how mean it is, I am hoping that Gilgamesh will roll the proper dice roll, because I have him. So I've done like a bunch of like homebrew like stuff to make Gilgamesh work, and the big homebrew mechanic that I used for Gilgamesh is that when he performs an attack, I have to roll a 1d6, and that'll randomly decide which weapon he gets to use. So in theory, you could have some fun synergy happening. But I also gave him a once per scene activation, a la his finisher in Final Fantasy Dissidia. Which basically is, you roll the 1d6. If you land a 6, you get Excalibur. Excalibur cannot miss, and it does a shitload of damage. A shitload of AP damage as well. Like, you can resist it, but unfortunately for my players, none of them have decided to take any kind of resistance efforts. We have 2 people that could disintegrate instantly from that. And, well, okay, not that hard, but, you know. But, yeah, no, that's pretty much on a dice roll. Otherwise, you get Excalibur, which does, did you guess it, 1 damage. Mostly for shenanigans, but he has like an actual like proper boss with health and stats and stuff, so. Yeah, I did actually put some time and effort into my Gilgamesh and give him a little bit of narrative backstory, although I haven't really had a chance to do much of it. He's only shown up 1 time prior, because it would be weird to do it more than 3 times. Is this the... No, not yet. That is heading into the... Alright, I want to get through here. This is going to lead to... Hello. Oh, what? Oops. I've made a mistake. Alright. Speaking of making a mistake, it is time to eat shit and die. Welcome to weirdly 3D enemy. You know what? I'm gonna cheat. No. You can make him thrust into the laser. Oh, I almost had it too. But yeah, you can do the funny and make him run into the laser and just jib himself. It's just I have to get him on the right side of that wall. It also means you have to wrap around to get the item off of him though. Unfortunately, I died over here. Well. There we go. So yeah, I have to do the wraparound to get the item back. So yeah, you can in fact do the funny on him. It's the only one that you can do that to, but you know. Yeah, I accidentally killed him that way. I got him down to like 3%. He had like 5%, you know, like a very tiny amount of his health bar left. And I got pushed into the corner and he went flat. There it is. Reason why we went out of our way for this fight. Token stopped time like a boss. Yeah, just stumble into the laser. It's fine. Try not to get shoved into it myself. Is the hard part. Anyway, give me the Pauper Jade, please, and thank you. Alright. Go. I think 10 minutes is enough time to get over to... Get over to the next root node at least. It's free cash. Yeah, what? You don't like Buff Garfield?
文琪比森，
How are you doing, dear brother?
文琪兄，
Sun is out today. Remember how we used to go hiking on sunny days like this? I was at that age when I couldn't stop asking questions. I was so patient as you tried to explain every bit of scenery around us. You were the best. You knew everything there was to know about everything. Those pretty towers. Can we go play over there?
半暖
No, we can't. Those aren't towers, they're rhizomatic columns from the turbulent era. Rhizomatic columns? They're vessels for storing rhizomatic energy. Think of them as big batteries. You should have learned this in class already, Hang. I don't really like my classes. I want to hear about it from you, Yi. Your stories are more interesting than my textbooks.
脑问
They're not stories, silly. Rhizomatic columns were an invention that changed the world. Scientists from long ago created them to make everyone's lives better. The adults around us are biased and consider all technology from the turbulent era to be dangerous weapons of war. Now, these momentous breakthroughs just sit here, collecting dust and weeds. What do you mean? Are they broken? Activating them isn't as easy as flipping a switch. But don't you worry. One day your big brother will fix them all up. After you fix them, also you get to play in one of these columns. It's not somewhere we can play, silly. I thought I just told you that. I might not have understood everything you said, but I wanted to cling to you all the time. I thought you were just the smartest person in the whole world. The color of the sky, where rain comes from, the stars shimmer, you knew about it all. You accomplished so much and received all those lofty titles since then. To me, you've always been the most amazing person in the world. Take a big pile of cash. Remember to be aggressive. How you deal with them. There is one of them in the game that is placed extremely rudely. In a way that makes me unhappy. The few moments in the game it's being, like, actively dickish. Alright. Spear back. Good enough. Pulling the control stick is also a solution. go. Healy Jade. Enemies will not be able to interrupt talisman detonation. However, damage will still be taken. Yeah, I don't ever use that one. Like, stasis basically does the same thing. It's just more acceptable in a fight. It got me through the... That's rude. I think that's from a wraparound on the other side. We'll see. Not enough power to the bridge. It's this, and then I think the root node is right on the other side. I'd like to talk. Oh, wow. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Enjoy a sublime maternity amongst the evergreen foothills. New Kunlun, the second home of your dreams. I'm looking for... I know, don't say anything. I know what you want. You need a tour, right? I'm so stoked. I'll just stand there and take a seat. Feel free to ask if you have any questions. Give me a status report on the region. Alright, okay. New Kunlun power grid is currently off peak. Arithmetic columns are only operating at 40% capacity island-wide. Operation on the Radiant Pagoda is operating at minimum level. Operations on non-essential bridges have been suspended. Several anomalies have appeared across the power grid. Zonan, Jahanan, Daya, and other generators are no longer connected. Dust Guardian support staff have been deployed to repair the anomalies. Estimated repair time, estimate failed. What do you think? I've recited everything clearly and properly, did I, right? I did good, didn't I? Where's the Sol in charge? Oh, do you have business with Lord Kuafu? If you're going, count me in. Oh, I'm sorry. Please stop glaring at me. Lord Kuafu's vital sanctum can be found within the Radiant Pagoda. So all the Shanghai fish bot. His lordship may have been born in the Ying countryside, but he's still the most skilled engineer we have. Rumor has it that, due to his stunning looks and overwhelming charisma of his imposing figure, he's never once left the pagoda since he arrived here. Few have even laid eyes on his lordship, so enigmatic, isn't he? My dream is to be able to take a photo with him one day. I want to enter the pagoda. Radiant Pagoda? Good choice, it's great for photos. However, there isn't enough electricity to power the light bridge. That leads to the pagoda. I would love to take you inside, but my aspirations exceed my capabilities. You're there all the way for the bridge. Yes, but you do not have administrator privileges, so I cannot share that information. I can, however, recommend that one of our fantastic observation decks in the power reservoir. I can tell you the best place to snap photos. I'm friends with the administrator here. He said he'd tell me. Really? Have you ever become friends with such an important figure? Impressive. I've never seen him before. I'll help you with the bridge. Would you get me an autograph in return? Yeah, we're friends. There's a backup control room right below where we're standing. It was built in case of emergencies. You can manually increase the power output from the control room. Should be reactivate the light bridge to the Radiant Pagoda. Alright. Was I allowed to say that? Did I let a secret slip or something? How exciting. Alright. Hey, for a cup of tea? No, thank you. Alright. Request chip. Wow, what are you doing? What are you gonna do? You want my map data chip? I would love to give it to you, but I'll shut down if you remove it. Would you consider swapping it for Jin? I can make a copy for 400 Jin. Okay. Woohoo! I've received amount received. I will get you a copy of my map data at once. Alright. Alright, memory chip. Power reservoir is very well organized due to an insistence of its administrator. All wires run in parallel and do not cross arbitrarily. Alright, so you can just rip the chip out and not pay, but I mean, that'd be a very rude thing to do. So, I'll die here. Dying here would be bad. Alright, we have one last little thing and then I'm gonna wrap up here. Because, yeah, he's right at the root node. Hey. Where's the weird noise coming from? A defect?
顽强，
Pardon me, I was captivated by the incredible craftsmanship of this building. Words burst forth, flowing freely. I've never seen a weapon that shows interest in arts. What's your model? Oh, circumstances of birth do not sage make. I may run man-made circuitry, but I place much faith in my poetry.
才艺，
Right, call me Chio. I am also known as Battle Lord Mark II. May I inquire as to your esteemed name? Chio, War God. Yes, also noted. Multi-armed cow demon. Call me Yi, no need for formalities. Well met. This fortuitous encounter deserves a verse of its own. When blossoms drift from swaying willow boughs, the morning air bestows its sweet perfume. Stay not adrift for more than spring allows. There is less time to cherish than we presume. Your meters are off. Alas, is it so? You're right, Sir Yi. Final line contains an error. Here's which is an issue with my operator 37 in my system. Give me a moment to replace. Oh, I'm bereft of Jin and unable to carry out repairs. Whatever shall I do? You need Jin. It is a keystone for all that harnesses the electrical humors. For artificial beings like myself, it is the most precious resources. Oh, I have traveled far and wide gathering myriad treasures. But without Jin welding my connections, they have become a burden. I've devised a plan that might resolve this urgent need. Judging by your attire, I surmise that you've been born into wealth. I'll tell you the truth, my luggage houses extravagant collections of precious artifacts. If you have Jin to barter, I would be willing to part with a few of my treasures.
配斗，
Peruse at your leisure, sir. Alright, so important things are first. We will deal with him more later. Now let me buy my next upgrade. Swift Rise. When knocked down, press right trigger to quickly dash and get E back up on those feet. That's pretty much mandatory. Breathing exercise. Not as big. I'll take Swift Rise. This game does not have iframes, so if you fall over, you die. A thing worth keeping in mind of. When you get your ass kicked, you get your ass kicked in this game. Alright, so it is getting late, so let us wrap up for the night. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed Breath of Fire 4. I did. And yeah, Nine Sols. This is mostly because I just really want to be playing Nine Sols again. No point being subtle about it. It's a very fun game. And yeah, I look forward to playing a bit more of it and showing you guys what's here. And some more of it on Friday. And we'll be onward and upward from there. So,